I, Philip, hereby declare that I will duly fulfil the office of Chancellor and Head of the University of Salford, and that I will faithfully endeavour to maintain and uphold the privileges and the rights of the University.
His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, served as the University of Salford's first Chancellor from 1967 to 1991. He is the university's longest-serving Chancellor, and from the outset, his passion for the university and its students was evident.
If it is possible in the early years to build into the corporate spirit of the university a strong sense of adventure and enterprise and a sense of mission, no one will ever succeed in quite stamping it out.
Prince Philip's time as Chancellor was not a completely smooth ride. In 1969, on one of the Duke's visits, students staged a protest about lack of representation on the University Senate. He took time to speak to students about their concerns, which was noted in a television report at the time.
A good-humoured protest, though, in this case, perhaps out of respect for the Chancellor himself, whose popularity was, if anything, enhanced by his courteous response.
Throughout his time in office, the Duke made sure to visit campus and chat to students. Christine Redshaw and Gary Cottrell recall meeting him on one of his flying visits.
He was going to come to the Students' Union and he was going to land on the grass directly opposite University House. It landed and he came over and I remember him saying, "And so what do you do?" And I'm there, completely like looking past him going, "I work in the general office." And he said, "Are you looking at a helicopter?" So I said, "Yeah." He said, "It's brilliant, isn't it?" So it really is. It's fantastic because I've never seen something so big. And he said, "Well, it's a lot more interesting than me, so I suggest you go and have a look at it." And he walked off and someone just went, "Do you know who that was?" I think I do. I'm not sure, but I've seen that helicopter.
Rumour has it he actually piloted the helicopter himself, but there's a big military helicopters landed in the middle of the campus. I happened to be in one of my favourite positions playing bar billiards in the Students' Union bar at the time. And that's how I met him. He came in while we were there. He asked what we were doing, and myself and the friend I was with said we were revising, and he sort of raised his eyebrows and looked. I said, "Oh yes, we're examining the physics of billiard balls." And he seemed to think that was funny. So everybody says he has a sense of humour, and he definitely had then. He went out chuckling.
The Prince also attended a number of graduation ceremonies during his time as Chancellor. He awarded Ian MacArthur with his degree in environmental science in 1985.
Went up to the stage, shook his hand. He asked me if I had a job to go to. I said, "Yes, sir." And he went, "Very good." And then I returned to my seat. He made a speech and then he was leaving at the end. And mid-procession, he spotted that one of the graduates didn't have his hat on. And as he was leaving the hall, turned to this guy and said, "Does the hat not fit?" And he said, "Yes, sir," and put it on very quickly. But it just kind of summed up, I think, the Prince's sharp eye and sharp wit to address something he thought that wasn't right.
The Duke stepped down as Chancellor in 1991, but still kept ties with the university. And in 2012, he opened the Media City campus on a visit during the Royal Jubilee Tour. Andrew Snowden is Director of External Relations at the university.
Having Prince Philip championing us and putting his name to the project that was then the creation of the University of Salford in itself was a massive contribution that he made. He, as Chancellor, was a constant source of inspiration for students. He had a lifelong commitment to education and he really did believe in raising aspirations and creating opportunities.